Hello and welcome to Fashion Bites. I'm Ellen Byerrum, author of the Screwball Noir Crime of Fashion Mysteries, featuring Lacey Smithsonian, a fashion reporter in Washington, D.C., the city that fashion forgot. Lacey solves crimes with fashion clues, and she has extra fashionary perception. Today I am pondering the dress code for a conference I recently attended. It called for Dressy Casual, a brand new clothing category for me. However, it didn't seem to have much of an effect on the participants. Let's think about the other categories we're bombarded with. Professional business attire, business casual, casual, which slips right into Casual Fridays, which I think should also be known as anything goes or clothing chaos. There's also cocktail attire, festive attire, formal attire, black tie, and creative black tie. Now, to that list, we can add dressy casual. But isn't that a contradiction in terms, an oxymoron? Yet in these wacky fashion times, we get these kinds of requests. My favorite of these confusing instructions is creative black tie, which I've seen in action in theater circles, and it seems to mean go and raid the costume shop and put on anything that is satin, velvet, taffeta, or crepe, or with lots and lots of sparkle. And if you want to wear a gold lame skirt with a high top sneakers, that's okay, because it is certainly creative. But whoever wrote the dressy casual dress code really covered the waterfront on this. Depending on your personal definition, it could be anything from overalls to a long gown, or a combination of both. How are we to interpret dressy casual? Painter pants with a tuxedo jacket? A rock band t-shirt with a statement necklace? Torn blue jeans with a sweater set and pearls? No, those would be wrong choices. But I doubt if, in these anything-goes days, people would be kicked out because of their attire. And they weren't. And they were dressed perfectly fine in what I consider business casual. Asking for dressy implies you might employ a certain savoir-faire, a desire to blend in, but adding a personal touch that stands out so you don't blend into the background. When the conference requests dressy casual, I believe they want a business casual look. The idea is to look professional, but to be comfortable, to be professional, but not boring. Comfort is important when you attend a conference because you might be sitting on hard chairs, dealing with temperature issues. It's either too hot or too cold. You might want to wear layers or bring a shawl or scarf, and you don't want your clothes to bind or bunch or pull apart. You don't want your clothes to distract you. Or more important, you don't want your clothes to annoy whomever you're talking to. I once attended a presentation with a famous female playwright. I was so excited to hear her words of wisdom, but I found it hard to concentrate on what she was saying because her blouse kept gapping over her stomach and bust. Plus, she constantly shifted around in her chair like a 5-year-old on a red anthill, and she giggled constantly out of nervousness, I suppose. I held my breath, hoping her buttons wouldn't pop and give us a real show. So how could this happen? She dealt with plays, performances, and actors all the time. She dealt with how things look on stage. But apparently she didn't consider her speech as another performance, or how she would come across. Yet she was in public, on a stage, and it was another kind of performance. Remember that every time you stand in front of a crowd and talk, you are giving another kind of performance of yourself. And frankly, I don't even remember what that playwright said because I was holding my breath so many times. When you attend a conference or any professional meeting, you need to consider how others see you. You want to be memorable, but not for the wrong reasons. Sometimes this is a tricky proposition. You want to stand out, but you don't want to look like a clown or so odd that no one wants to talk to you. Nevertheless, dressy in dressy casual is a step above. You can add a little bit of interest with a necklace, a bracelet, a scarf, or a jacket. Adding a nice dose of color will also help you stand out in a crowd. So what did I wear to this conference? I started with a plain canvas of black, basic black slacks, and a black top. Dear Lord, what would we do without our black slacks? And I chose this emerald green jacket. The jacket is a knit material that I don't usually wear. However, it was soft and comfortable all day. I added my current favorite necklace, and I brought a wool shawl. Because this was a writer's conference, you have to attend a conference. Strive to be comfortable, but professional and memorable. Remember, conferences hand out tote bags, but others don't, and you'll want to be able to stash your notes and hand out old Estee Lauder makeup case. Also, try on your outfit the day or the night before to make sure all the buttons are attached and you don't have any unexpected fashion flaws. You can check the fit. Then you can enjoy your conference without worrying about what you're wearing. That's all I have for now. If you want to know more about me or my books, check out my website at ellenbyerrum.com. I am also on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. And if you like this video, please hit the like button and go ahead and subscribe to this channel. That way you won't miss any fashion bites. And feel free to share. This isn't a secret society.